So I'm Shrutvinda. I'm an architect. I did my bachelor's in architecture, and after that, I actually did transition into UI UX design. I have 3.5 years of experience in this field. I did a job in a company where I was a junior UI UX designer, as well as I was also a UI UX trainer. And after that, I again like started my own freelancing journey as a product designer. I started content creation simultaneously, and my content creation did really well. My page was really good. Like on Instagram, I have a page. And so after that, I started getting lots of freelancing projects. And so I decided to quit a job and pursue this as, a full-time job. So I'm a freelancer UI UX designer who has more than 3+ years of experience in this field. And I'm also a content creator, and I'm also a trainer. So this was a little bit of background on myself. Now let's have your introduction. I'll call out your name. Please introduce yourself. Shubham, if you're traveling, that's completely fine. You can keep your camera off because I see you're somewhere traveling.
Yes, I'm on mental train actually. Yes,
Okay, okay.
here towards
Okay.
Marshall. Yes, you're done
No
with the job.
issues.
Yeah.
Okay, no issues. You can keep your camera off. Rest
Okay,
of,
okay. Thank you.
I hope Kajal, you can turn on your camera. Okay, we'll start with Rahul. Please introduce yourself, Rahul.
Hi all. Am I
You're
audible?
not audible.
Uh, hi all.
Yes, we can
Hi.
hear you.
Okay. So my name is Rahul, and I'm from Kerala. So currently I'm staying in Pune only.
You're
So
from
my
Pune
yeah,
or in Pune.
yeah, I'm in Pune. I mean, I'm from Kerala.
Great, okay.
Yeah. So currently I'm staying in Pune. So I've my background is like my graduation I've done from RLB College of Music and Finance. It's a finance college, and my specialization was in applied arts, BFA.
Okay.
It's of 4 years. Then after that, I've moved to Pune for doing my PG in automotive clay sculpting from MIT Institute of Design. So I have a design background also.
Very nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Currently I'm working with Bajaj Auto Limited as an automotive clay and hard modeler. And in between, I've done this thing, UIUX, that one course is there now from Google, Coursera.
Okay, yes,
So,
Coursera.
so I've completed the first chapter of that course, and I've been doing some personal project based on that.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really good. So you're upscaling right now?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Because you already have a job, and are you like planning to switch your career?
So for this course, I'm keeping it as a backup plan.
Okay,
Like, yeah,
that's awesome.
maybe for an extra income or something. So when I mean after office time, I don't have anything to do, so it's better to start something.
Great. This is really good for you from a designing background. Awesome. Thank you so much, Rahul. We'll have introduction of Sunaina.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Hi everyone, my name is Sunena and I'm 28 years old. And I've been working as a content writer for the past 6 years.
Oh,
But I always wanted to do something in the field of graphics or in the field of art or something related to art and all of that. And so right now I wanted to do this course to like upskill and
okay.
like to have like Rahul said, I also want to have like a backup plan, so that is why I'm adding this one more skill. Also, I'm kind of done with like content writing, so I wanted something else, and that is why I've been searching a lot about UI UX, so I wanted to do it also. Yeah, so
Okay.
that is it. Yeah.
That's really nice. Thank you so much, Sunaina. Where are you from, by the way?
New Delhi, Delhi.
Okay, Delhi. Okay, great. Thank you. Yes, we'll take Kajol's introduction. Please introduce yourself, Kajol. Yes. Your mic is off, Kajol. Please turn it on. Okay. Till then, we'll have Shubham's introduction. Yes, Shubham, I hope I'm audible to you. Okay, I think Shubham is traveling.
Uh, I'm
Yeah.
traveling, actually heading towards my flat, and this is very crowded place. So, uh,
Okay. We don't hear any noise, background noise, so I think you have good set of earphones.
okay. So my name is Shubham.
Okay.
I'm from basically from Wardha, and right now I'm in Mumbai
For the
doing job
Nagpur
as
side.
yes, yes.
Okay.
And right now I'm doing job as a UI UX designer as well
Oh,
in a
that's
new
nice.
yeah in new soft company. It isn't Techno Marol Naka in Mumbai Times Square building. And yes, I have got 2+ experience as a UI UX designer and
Okay.
as a front end developer as well. So yes,
Oh, that's
basically
interesting.
that much experience I have.
Okay, so if you already in this field, so why have you taken this course? Like,
Getting to know more about this UI UX designer. I didn't join any course before about UI UX. Yes,
okay,
yeah, familiar with Figma and all the UI UI tools Photoshop, CorelDRAW, Figma, Adobe XD. So
okay.
yeah,
So you are a UI designer and you want to know, you want to have knowledge in UX part.
yes, UX part and development part as well, like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and JavaScript.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So this is a UI UX course, and have you taken more courses of front end also, like HTML, CSS,
No,
JavaScript?
I didn't join any courses ever. I did internship in Unwell. So I guess in 2021, I joined Unwell as an intern, and I learn about HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and JavaScript over there. And
Okay.
yes,
Okay. So you're properly from Nagpur?
properly from Varda.
Varda. Right. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Manish.
Yes, Kajal, uh, is your
Yes.
mic on now? Okay,
Yes.
great.
Hello, my name is Kajol. I'm currently not working anywhere. I have background of mechanical engineering.
Okay.
Done last job in Tata Motors as a purchase engineer. But
Okay.
after marriage, I'm thinking to switch my field
Great. Okay.
to UI UX.
Okay. And how did you develop interest in, like, you're from mechanical and now in UI UX?
Yes, actually, my husband is a designer, clay modeler designer. So
Okay.
he suggested me.
To do UI UX designing.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's really great. Okay. All right, so today we'll have a light session only. So I'll just give you introduction about what UI is and what UX is. So you'll have a like in-depth knowledge about this entire concept about UI UX, what exactly it is. And as a UI UX designer, I would like to clear few things. Like there are some doubts that people have. Like very consistently, like students keep on asking me the same questions. So I'll just clear those things. Before getting into this, I would like to understand how many of you are comfortable with Hindi also, like you understand Hindi, so we can have mix Hindi and English, both the languages.
I'm
I will, okay. I think Rahul might have,
Yeah, I have some issues with Hindi. So that's why
okay,
before
yeah,
joining also I was mentioning about I was asking actually that Gaurav. So is the class is in English or Hindi? So he said
yeah.
will be
Okay, I take a preference from the students, like how would they love to proceed. But
yeah,
anyways, if you're from Kerala, I figured that you had issues with Hindi, so we'll proceed with English only.
yeah.
At some point, if I stumble, because again, my English is not very fluent, so I might stumble, so I might use Hindi. But if you don't understand, that sentence, anything, you can just turn on your mic, ask me to repeat it in English. Okay, so we can try that.
Fine.
Okay. Keeping cameras on is mandatory thing because that makes this cohort interactive. Okay, so that's why I asked you to do that. All right. So, as a UI UX designer in the market, it's also called as product designer. Okay. So if you can also call yourself product designers or a UI UX designers. Okay. It's both the same thing. Then next thing is, as a designer, it's completely into the tech field, right? UI UX, we develop so we design applications, we design websites and all. But being into designing, we do not do anything related to coding. So even if it's a front-end coding, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, we do not do anything related to coding. We are completely, wholly and solely into designing part. So we hand off our design to the developer so they can code it. So for that tools are used, like Figma is 99% of the industry use Figma. So in this course also we'll be learning Figma software, right? So don't be worried about coding stuff and all. It's not done by us. Okay. Then next thing is a lot of people get confused between graphic designing and UI UX designing. So as you might know, graphic designers are something they do like illustrations, maybe a little bit of animation and all the graphical part in the company. But as a UI UX designer, there can be graphic designing can be a little bit related to UI UX design because we have something called as user interface, that is UI, correct? And in UI we design application, so color palette and iconography, typography, all these things are related to graphic designing. But we have a massive term which is called as UX, and UX ka full form you might know, it's user experience, correct? And user experience is depend on the user research. So we do a lot of research in this field, product designing field. And because of that, you might see if you're a fresher graphic designer, you might end up getting, let's say, 3 to 4 LPA in India, correct? But simultaneously, if you are a UI UX designer and you have a good portfolio, you might end up getting 6 to 7 LPA as a fresher. So that is the difference, and that difference comes from the UX. We are the researchers. There are like designations in the companies also, like UX researcher, UX designer, UI designer. So there are different designations. So इसलिए we get a better package. All right. So let's start with I'll start with explaining the UX part first. So when we say UI UX thing, okay, so in the market, it's actually UX UI. Okay, so the right way of saying it is UX UI because with user experience, we can build a strong user interface. So UI is kind of a child of a UX. UX is the parent. Okay. And majorly when you see any case studies in UI UX field, though it is majorly 80% of case study is dependent on the UX part. So we have lots of exercises in the UX. We have research, persona, empathy mapping, user journey mapping. So there are a lot of exercises and we evaluate users' experience according to that. We understand what users' wants and needs are. And then we cater to creating a solution, and the solution is nothing but the applications and websites. Okay. So if you build any application without knowing your users, without understanding what they want and need, so you might not create a very good solution to the market, and you might not get a good capital of it, like good investors and all, and you might not get users also. So in order to build any applications, you have to first do the UX. So let's understand what UX is, and then we'll understand what UI is. So I have some good examples. It's a day-to-day life examples. So I'll be asking you questions related to those examples, and I want you to evaluate that, answer that. Okay. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. So here are some 6 examples in front of you, and you can see these 3 examples are good UX example, right? And we have 3 examples comes in the bad UX example. So let's understand the good examples. Let's take good examples first. So I want you to tell me, why do you think that this product is hit in the market? Why do this product has a good UX? What do you think? So as you know, this is a hit spray which kills cockroaches, correct? So देखो इसको बताओ, what is the good thing about this product?
इसका फ्रेग्रेंस अच्छा है, ये उन्होंने डिस्प्ले किया है, और उसका नोजल भी उन्होंने ऐसे बनाया है कि
Yes,
कि वो छोटी छोटी जगह पे जाके भी कॉकरोच को मार सके।
yes, correct.
Hmm.
So what she said about the nozzle is the perfect answer. Okay. So I'll tell you a backstory of about this product. So when this product was like first introduced in the market, it did not had a straw-like structure attached to its nozzle. Okay. And when the consumers they use this product, so as you know where the cockroaches are hidden, they are mostly in the sink pipe, right? The drainage pipe, or in the area like dark area or the corner area where if you even if you spray this product, it won't reach to that depth. So technically this product was useless, it wasn't reaching to that depth. So when you are a designer, you have to understand what problems people are facing, correct? And that is the majority of UX. When you understand the problems, wants, needs, goals, motivations, all these parameters, you can make a good product. So designers they redesigned this product, and now they came up with a very good idea of attaching a straw to the nozzle, so that when the consumer would spray it in a sink or in a pipe, it would go to that depth and effectively kill cockroaches. So that is why the UX you can say it's a essence of the product. Okay, it's not about the fonts and the colors and all the other stuff. It's not that. That is what, like, that is the UI part. But this is the essence. How do you feel about the product when you use it? Correct? Great. So simultaneously, can you take a guess of this product? Why this has a good UX?
Because it has like 4 like wheels. It has like something to like grab on, and you can like
Handle.
take away it with yourself. So that's
Correct.
quite easy for us.
Right. Absolutely right. So what she said is absolutely right. So, like, I would like you to imagine the life of our parents or grandparents. Like, go back to the 1970s or 80s and imagine what kind of bags they used to have, right? Usually, India was in a very difficult economic situation, and people did not had that much money. So they used to have a handmade bags, right? Or else there were briefcases and suitcases, or else there were tin trunks and all. So usually, but middle class people, they used to travel with cloth bags, right? They were hand woven and all. So there were so many issues with that product. Okay, even though it was homemade, or even if it is purchased product, those were all cloth made and all. So there were no safeties. Safety wasn't there. If they are going for a long trip, let's say Amar Yatra and all, then they'll have to carry the bag for 10 days, let's say 10 days, and the heavy luggage and all. So it wasn't easy to travel with those kind of products. So as the, as the we flourished into this market, we understood the problems of people. Correct. I mean, the designers, they understood the problem of people. Even this luggage bags, they used to come with 2 wheels first, right? Still, there were problem with 2 wheels, and now they are more comfortable as they have 4 wheels, and you can drag it very easily because it has handles. You can keep it safely because it has locking system. And even if you're planning for 3 days trip, you get a small size bag, large size bag, and all. So, understanding what product is existing in the market, understanding the problems attached to it, right? And then creating a solution. So for that, you need to do UX, you need to do surveys, you need to analyze the data and all, and then you can come up with a good solution. Okay, so good examples you understood. Now let's take some bad examples. Like this product has a really bad UX. So this, I think in childhood, everyone might have used this pencil. It's a lead pencil. So if you take one lead out, put it from the back, the fresh lead comes up, right? So, but there is a very big drawback about this product. Can you tell me?
Yeah, I used to have this kind of pencils.
Yes.
So I had, faced many problems with this pencil. First of all, once the lead is getting over, so you have to push it back.
Hmm.
Yeah, when you have to place the lead towards the back side.
Yes.
That is one of the difficult tasks, and it's not a difficult task, I would say, but it was a negative side of the pencil. Then sometimes the back end cap used to come off because of
Okay.
the strength of the plastic pipe or the material quality was that cheap.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and also the sharpness of the pencil is goes away after using like
Yes.
5 or 6 minutes like.
Yes. Okay.
और एक भी है इसका एक कि
Hmm.
अगर हम एक आधा भी मिसप्लेस कर दे तो वो लूज हो जाएगी,
Yes. Yes.
तो
Okay.
सब वो
Okay.
लूज.
Absolutely right. So, Rahul, your analysis is good, but the very important point is what Kajal said just now. Like, imagine this has around 10 leads, and if you lose one lead, and then that vacuum is not created, right, in
Yeah.
order to like bring the fresh lead. So
Hmm.
that is the biggest drawback. And also you have to consider whenever you create any product, okay, even if applications, you're going to build applications, you have to understand your target audiences. अभी ये product का the target audiences are kids
Yes.
3 years old, let's say 5 to 10 years old, and every now and then they lose stuff, right? And you're handing over this kind of product, so of course they're going to misplace some leads, and you might say this is cheap product or very expensive product, but still, after all, we are investing something, right? So if you lose one lead, the entire product is useless. You can just hold that lead and start writing, because this is very tiny leads. So that's why biggest drawback is losing the leads. Okay, awesome. So let's take one last example. This is a hand wash, and you can see the GIF is playing in front of you, and you can take a guess. Like, it's very easy to guess what is wrong with the product, right? So quickly tell me.
उसमें वो 4 नोजल है तो वो कंफ्यूजन होगा किस नोजल से निकल.
Yes, correct. So I think this is a Godrej product. So like, let's say that there are 4 nozzles, and because of 4 nozzles, we don't know from which nozzle the hand wash is going to come out, right? So the GIF is explaining you everything. Also, imagine the same perspective in terms of the hotel owner. So like, if this product is kept in a hotel, and today the owner is buying this product, and tomorrow the entire liquid is finished, right? So he might wonder what is wrong, and he gets to know the issues with the product. He will never go back to the same company. He will always use the competition's product, correct? So you have to understand. So what they could have done is, how the mistakes or the flawed design can be solved is A/B testing. So what A/B testing or user testing is, you have to whenever your prototype is ready, you have to hand it over to some users. You have to make sure like the users use the entire product and give you some feedback. So if they would have done some user testing, they would have definitely gotten the like the feedback of to cut down the 4 nozzles and use only one nozzle, because it is creating massive confusion, correct? So yes, that is why this is bad product. Okay, one last example. This is Apple's Magic Mouse. I think the image pretty much explains you everything. Yes. So what is wrong?
First of all, the charging
Yes,
port is a problem.
yes,
Yeah,
correct.
and also while charging, you won't be getting any stand or something for resting the mouse. That is second problem.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, which makes damage on the side of the mouse.
Yes, correct. So the charging point is a major drawback. So again, we cannot say the entire product is bad. The product is good. But we can also take some situations where, let's say you're working on a project, you have some deadlines, and you're using this product, okay? Within an hour, you have to submit a certain project. And in that point, the charging of the battery of the mouse is low or it's empty, so you have to charge it, and until and unless it at least gets 20, like 10 to 12% charge, you cannot use it again. Correct. So because of the charging portal, it is at the bottom. So of course you cannot use it. You'll have to rely on something else or the keypad mouse that we have. But again, there are some cases where, like, if you are a designer, let's say I'm an architecture student and I know without mouse you cannot work only. We use softwares like AutoCAD and all, and for those softwares we 100% we need mouse, otherwise we cannot work. So there can be scenarios, anyone can be using your products, right? So they could have given charging portals from the sides, from the uh, like top and not top and bottom, front and back and all. They could have given it anywhere, but they have given it at the bottom. And another thing, if you might see the shape of the mouse. So usually when we have to, make our fingers work, usually when we use normal mouse, let's say Dell mouse, so it has a big curve. It has a good arch, and our hand can rest properly on it in order to press the buttons, right? For this, as a beginner, as a user, it is very difficult to adjust the palm in like a very minimum curve and then use the fingers like this. So the design is also kind of flawed over there, because I personally use this mouse and this is my opinion. Otherwise, once the like mouse, if it is once charged, you can use it for 2 months without like keeping it on charging, right? So that is again a very good thing. Otherwise, the product is really good, but there are some drawbacks, of course. So, okay. So overall, what I want to say or what I want to tell you is UX is all about first you doing the UX, I mean user experience, I mean the research part about exactly what are the problems regarding your product that people are facing. You can do surveys for that. You can yeah, so and then after that you can analyze what exactly people wants, people needs, goals are there, motivations are there, all these parameters combinedly makes the UX strong, and then you can cater to uh, like give a proper solution. So this is not an example related to the applications or websites, but overall this is just a conceptualizing of what UX is, because UX is not only about applications and websites and all the technical term. UX can be taken, it's a versatile word, it can be taken of anything, even the chair that you are sitting in right now. The chair can also give you a good user experience or bad experience, correct? Depends on how your posture is, if your back is hurting, if you're having headache and all. So yes, so that is what UX is. If you have any questions regarding this, you can ask your questions. If not, you can just put a thumbs up. Uh, you get the emojis over there, right? Put thumbs up so we can proceed to the next part. Okay. Okay. So let's understand the UI part. UI का user interface, उसका full form है, correct? The full form of UI is user interface, and interface is mostly related to the designing part. So when we talk about interface, we talk about wireframes. So can anyone tell me what do you understand by wireframes? Have you ever heard about the word wireframe?
The layout, basically,
Yes,
the
absolutely.
instruction.
Correct. It's the layout. So it's the skeleton of how exactly your application is going to look. You have the list of your content, what all content you're going to be designing, and then you start locating it in the frames. So frames as in you can take a mobile frame, you can take a desktop frame, right? You start locating what stuff is going to be where, right? So it's the layout, a 2D layout of like the skeleton of your content. So that is a wireframe. So when we start talking about wireframes, we are actually talking about the interface, right? And interface consists of your color theory, like the color palette, the typography, iconography, all these topics comes into user interface. Also, prototype is major part of interface. Okay, so I hope you also understand what prototype is. Okay, so अभी यहाँ पे you see a login page, right? यहाँ पे correct and one is correct design, one is wrong design. So usually what prototype is, you don't develop the application, you create the design in Figma. And Figma has a feature of, prototyping your application. That means if someone clicks on login me, what पेज विल गोइंग टू कम अप, लाइक उसके बाद कौन सा पेज ओपन होने वाला है, राइट? दैट थिंग इज कॉल्ड एज प्रोटोटाइपिंग. So you have to animate your application, you have to tell let's say your client that this is my design, how will people interact, and what pages will open when they interact on this and that buttons, right? So I'll give you example today itself in the class, so it will be more clear to you. But let's understand what is good UI and what is bad UI. So quickly tell me, why do you think that this particular design is a wrong design? This design.
Okay, that design has more too many elements, which is not essential. The good
Okay.
one has, very minimal kind of layouts and all. And also, only one entire box is having the blue color filled with blue color style. So
Okay.
you are the time you are spending on that box is very less. Whereas the first box has too many boxes filled with blue colors, which is kind of weird feel for me.
Okay. Okay, good.
यूजिंग एक्सपीरियंस भी मतलब फॉरगेट पासवर्ड का हम बहुत मिनिमल यूज करेंगे तो इसलिए वो थोड़ा छोटा इसमें आएगा. और फर्स्टली लॉगिन को प्रेफरेंस देंगे इसलिए वो ब्लू किया है हमने, और वो साइन अप एक सेकेंडरी ऑप्शन दिया है इसलिए उसको वैसे रखते हैं तो उससे.
Right, absolutely right. So it's 1 second. Phone, like laptop's battery is going to die. Okay, so this is called as hierarchy of buttons. Okay, and ये जो login me, buy now, download, upload, all these things are called as buttons. Okay, in the technical term. So these buttons are designed in the way of a user's primary goal. Okay, if you are on a login screen, okay, so what is your primary goal? It's to get yourself logged in, okay, because you already have an account and you know that you'll get yourself logged in. So that's why this login me button is going to be highlighted always, and this button acts as a primary button in a design. So it is all dependent on what goal you have, right? Then your secondary goal becomes sign up, because if you don't have an account, usually many users are going to come which already have an account if they are like recurring users, right? So that's why the sign up button is kept as a secondary button. Now, in other terms, if you're buying, let's say, some clothes on any e-commerce website or any product, right? So you'll always see buy now button acting as a primary button because you're there to purchase a product, and add to cart as a secondary button. Correct. They really want you to buy product immediately. They don't want you to just keep the product in the cart and maybe after some time, like you will purchase it or something. They want to have a good CTA. CTA is call to action. So these are call to action buttons, buy now button and all. So it all depends on the goals of users, correct? And then forgot password button is a tertiary button. Tertiary button because it has very less use. If in case the users forgets the password, then they will use the button. So this is the very correct hierarchy of buttons that is being used in any kind of screens. Okay. All right. So now quickly again tell me, why do you think that this design is wrong?
The color basically, we're not able to figure out exactly what it is showing. Like the
Correct.
low, we are not able to see with what is written in the lower thing in that one.
Absolutely right. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is the visibility issue, correct? It's because of the contrast being used. Like you might have given like elementary, intermediate exams in of drawings in school, right? So
Yes.
that a drawing teacher always teaches us the color wheel. Correct. In that we have contrast color, complementary color, and all split complementary colors. So when we understand that wheel, we understand the contrast of the color. Like if you have a background of purple, white will be the exact contrast. So the visibility will be 100%. So यहाँ पे that thing is wrong. That on the gray, you're again giving gray and using the shades of gray. Okay, so that is why the visibility is very minimum and you cannot see what is given in the navigation bar. You cannot see the pages and the features which are given. And instead over here, everything is highlighted perfectly. The contrast is perfect and we are getting good visibility. So again, this is all about color palette. And when you have color, when you understand the color palette, you can go with any color. But again, colors also has psychology. When you ever see a stop sign, when you ever see a danger sign, what color it is in usually?
Red.
Red color, because red defines danger, right? But simultaneously, red also defines excitement, right? So you see Coca-Cola in red, you see Netflix in red, correct?
Yes.
You see Snapchat in yellow color. Major it is in yellow color because yellow color psychology, like human psychology, how colors affects mind, right? So it gives happiness. So that is
Yes.
why they are using yellow. And then Facebook, LinkedIn, all these applications in a blue color. Blue is a very cool and calm color. So that's why we see this blue color. And it is a very subtle color, correct? So psychologies are also been used while designing the applications. Okay, let's take one last example of user interface. Now this is iconography. So this is icons. We call it as icon. Why do you think that this is a wrong design?
So icons are of different thickness.
Yes, absolutely right.
So
So, yes, correct.
no, I don't feel the continuity of icons here.
Okay. You don't feel the?
Continuity, like no.
Yes, correct. So, in a better terminology, consistency is
Okay.
missing. Yes. So, यहाँ पे consistency is not been followed because you see, sorry, you see this is a solid icon. This is an outlined icon, and this is again an outlined icon. But again, the line weight is different of both the icons, right? So when you have to use icons in your application or on your website, you have to use a consistency. If you're going with solid icons, you only use solid icons. If you want to use outlined icons, filled icons, you can only go with that. So that brings consistency. There are some UX laws, okay? You will understand how the consistency is been brought in the applications, in the design. We'll learn that in further sessions. So over here, you can see the consistency perfectly maintained, right? So this is all about UI. When you talk about typography, iconography, color theory, or else more about buttons and all, and mostly part of Figma. Okay, so that is all about user interface. We'll have some more lectures on that, talking about interface. But if you have any doubts still here, you can ask your doubts.
Actually, it was a good session. We understood about the things.
Okay, okay,
Till
great,
now.
great, okay. All right, thumbs up. So, okay. So I'll give you, okay, before getting into the case study, I'll give you some explanation of case studies and all. But before that, I would really like you to understand the prototyping and all, which is done in Figma. So you all will have Figma, okay? So there are some very cool animations which can be done in Figma. Let me just share my screen quickly. So you see, when you start doing, let's say you start taking freelancing clients, okay? तो आपके पास clients आते हैं and mostly clients are impressed by kind of animations you do on a website, okay? And mostly clients they will send you some of the examples that we want this and we want that, because nowadays animations and 3D websites, they are really trending, okay? And designers charges really well for those kind of design, and these designs can be easily done in Figma. So I'll show you some examples. Hopefully you get impressed by that. Okay. So you see, this is a wine website, and you see this is kind of animation which can be done. Okay. So this is one animation. This is also again different kind of animations which can be done. Then we have, yes. See? Okay. This is a kind of animation. And I have more animations. You see, this is hover animation. When I'm bringing the mouse on that design, it gets hovered. Same here and same here, right? Then I have, so you can see this also. It's an e-commerce website with this kind of animation, right? Again, this is something on and off, like dark mode, light mode. This is cool animation for that, right? So all this stuff. Again, I have one more animation. Okay. So you see, when I click on the button, over here you can put anything. Okay, तो आप companies डाल सकते हो, या फिर the clients you worked on, the websites you worked on, anything you can put in this kind of design. So all this stuff is done in Figma. I have done it and everything is on Figma. Okay. So anyways, you will be learning this kind of advanced prototyping. We'll be having sessions for that. So anyways, you'll be learning everything from scratch, Figma from scratch to advanced prototyping. तो वहां तक आपको समझेगा. All right. So in this course, we'll be doing one case study. Okay. Do you know what case studies are? of this field? Yes or no?
No,
No.
not
No.
related to UI UX.
Okay.
Mm.
So I'll tell you a website. Okay. So you can see on my screen, this is called as behance.net. Okay. Behance karke hai. This is the website. I'll share the link in the group. Don't worry. So यहाँ पे you get n number of case studies, which is done by students and professionals like us. Okay. So whatever problem statement that you think that you want to work on this kind of case study, if you just search it over here, you will get lot of case studies related to that topic. Okay, so you take behance.net as inspiration. I'm not saying that you have to copy stuff from here. No, for inspiration, you come to behance.net. Anyways, at the end, when you complete your case study, you have to put it over here only. So when we say that we have to build a strong portfolio, so your the portfolio has case studies. So you have to at least do 2 to 3 case studies, and which will be shown over here on behance.net. So this is one case study that we have. This is a meditation application. Okay, and it's a case study. So, okay. Any case study starts with a problem statement. I explained you what UX is, right? I told you we are only solving problems of people, right? So case study starts with a problem statement. The problem statement, you can see, you can read it out. I'll share the link of this case study in the group. You can check out this case study. Simultaneously check out more case studies, right? And then we deal with some UX exercises like user research. This is the analytics of research. Okay, then we study about competitor analysis. Then we have user persona, empathy mapping, user journey. In user journey, we have more exercises. She has not done it. We do user scenarios and storyboarding. Okay, then we go with more of UI exercises like task flow, user flow, card sorting, information architecture. So this is all UX part. So you see 80% of the case study is UX only. And after that, you will see some wireframes. So again, it's a skeleton of your application. You can see it is in a gray scale, right? So these are wireframes. This is also done in Figma. Okay. Then we show our applications, our design. Then another 20% part is going to be this. Then you have some final screens like this. Now, this is one case study like this. Okay. So in this course, I'll be guiding you, I'll be assisting you with a UX case study, entire case study, and we'll be also having assignments. So whenever we complete any topic, I'll be giving you assignments. You have to work on it immediately. We have buffers, right? We have alternate sessions. So you get one entire day to work on that particular statement. So great. We'll be learning that. More details I'll be telling you in the next session. Otherwise, it will be very overburdened now. Any doubts you have regarding the course?
No.
Okay. You can also check out my page. So you'll get inspiration from that. So this is my page. It's UX UI Shruth. Okay, so I have incredible followers. I'm very proud of that. You can check out my post. Like the animations I just showed you, right? So I just showed you this. So you'll get animations, ideas, and I also give tutorials over here. So you can check out that. Okay. So आज के लिए तो we do not have any assignment because this was just the introduction. From next sessions we'll be having assignments. Okay. The admin will tell you when the next session is. Okay. You'll be informed in the group. Any doubts?
No, as of now.
Okay.
Yeah, is there any classes for AI?
AI.
Yeah,
For
not dedicated class, but at least the basics or something.
I will tell you about the AI.
Okay.
At the end of the course, I'll tell you because I know few of the I work on some of the AI tools. You can say it's a tool. There is a Dora.run website. There is Wix Studio also. You might have heard about Wix Studio, right? How
Yeah.
many of you have heard? Rahul, okay. Rest? No?
I don't
Yes,
have.
Big Studio.
All right, great. So Wix Studio is there, Creative AI is there. So I'll give you introduction of these applications. But AI is not very impressive in terms of UX. UI, you will get it, definitely, but it won't be like completely workable website. You'll have to make many changes in that.
Hmm.
So
So
right now there is a drawback. So anyways, but I'll tell you, I'll definitely tell you.
no, I'm asking at least to get inspiration or reference from AI based things. No, that's it.
To get clients,
No, not clients to get
then
inspiration, like reference or something.
inspiration.
Yeah, not inspiration, basically reference. I would say.
Okay.
Let's say I'm making a UI and I'm kind of confused. So what all things I need to add? So if I put something
Okay.
on UI, sorry, AI, then I can get some random ideas now. Some
Yeah,
basic.
you can use Dora for that. Very good. I can like tell you immediately also if you are excited about it, sure. So there is this Dora.run. This is the website. Okay. And so I have created some of the very good reels on this. So this is a project that I was doing. There's some issue again. Okay, anyways. Okay, so यहाँ पे you can see this feature generate. Okay, so this
Okay.
is AI feature. So over here you just have to define how do you want the landing page to be. Okay, and if you're working on some business website, write down the prompt. This is called as prompt, right? So the same way you ask chat gpt, you put all the prompt right in details. So over here also you put the details how you want your landing page to be, and then you say generate. Okay, so it's not completely free website. You'll have to have a little bit of like thoda, they will give you credits, some credits, but then after that you'll have to pay them. So this is, they generate really good website. So you can get inspiration from here. Okay. All right. Okay. Anything else? Again, if you like edit on Big Studio, so they have drag and drop option. You can have templates from there, right? And you can create your own design. So you can take inspiration from there also. And they have lots of templates. So there is a template market. Okay, I'll just share the screen again. So let's say we have Wix Studio and you can go to resources, studio templates. So let's say you want to make a website on maybe fashion. Okay, you can just search for the keyword and you will see that there are so many fashion templates. You can also edit the template. Of course, it's all editable and this is all free templates. So you can impress your client and it is too much easy to create a website on Wix Studio. So this way also, this is good. You can just check out. So you can see the kind of animation, hover animation and all, video and all. Okay. So it's like a WordPress, but very advanced than WordPress. Even Dora has its own template. Any site. So even if you like if you wanna do website designing, then you can also try out Framer. Framer is growing massively all over the world, just like Figma. And what is the difference between these tools? I'll tell you. So Figma, in Figma, you can only design, but Wix Studio, Framer, Dora, um, Webflow, all these tools are whatever you design in backend, the tool is coding for you. So you can directly publish your site. You do not even need the developer. So you can charge more also for that. And animations can be done very easily on those tools. So right now, though, I prefer Wix Studio because I think it's more easier. So it's the same. You design the site and you just have to hit publish. You can type your own domain, whatever the domain is, and say publish. The complete website is live. No need of coding, zero coding. So these are called as no code tools. Okay. Except Figma, all others are no code tools. And you can also design in Figma, import in these tools. So we have plugins also for that. And it is very easy to do that. Okay. So Figma आपको scratch से आ गया. Figma, you're very good at it. So do not worry about who will code it and all, and who will hand over it to the client. How will I do that? Don't worry. We have plugins. It is 2 minutes job to make your websites live. And it's only for website, not for application, obviously. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So we'll have more discussion on these topics further in further sessions. Now I really have to go. I have another session. Okay.